good morning, afternoon, evening, brunch, whatever it is, wherever you're at in the world today. This is your friendly neighborhood foot fighter, Michael T. Ragland, coming at you again. And I got my main man, Worldwide Webs, with me. Today we're going to be having a chat about something that's very near and dear to my heart, and that is hate for NFTs. Man, how you been doing, Webs?
Yeah, I'm doing good. Thanks, Michael. We've just been having a bit of a conversation offline here about some of the hate that we're seeing for a lot of the big names that are sort of investing in NFTs. So we want to dig into that a little bit today and actually break that down a little bit and maybe talk about, open up that conversation a little bit.
Nah, it's dope, man. I think we're just gonna let him waste any time. We're gonna jump right to it. Let's jump to the screen here. And can you just walk us through? Like, I heard a lot about the Tony Hawk thing, but I don't know all the details. I know you've been digging a little bit deeper than me. Walk me through this whole Tony Hawk, like all the hate for him.
So he, I believe he actually launched a collection sometime last year, but his most recent collection, The Last Trick, which was, I think it was revealed in December 21, it didn't really get noticed by kind of the social media kind of haters until recently, probably about a week ago. And essentially it was a collection of 5 types of NFTs with different kind of variations and rarity, and I think it equated to about 16,500 NFTs total. And for those kind of people that love Tony Hawk and got all his stuff, and it's just another way that they can kind of engage in his content. And I think for the fact that he's 53, I think it's kind of pretty cool that he's like engaged in this kind of space. It's hard for some people who didn't grow up with this kind of stuff to adopt that technology. So I think it's really, really awesome that he's got into it. But a lot of his fans, probably around the same age, maybe they don't understand about this kind of stuff. They weren't so fond of the move. So I'm going to break that down a little bit. If you have a look over here, we jump over to just a quick search of Tony Hawk NFT, a Twitter search. When the NFT war is happening, I got to kill Tony Hawk. Just found out Tony Hawk made an NFT. Is people crying? This one's kind of funny. Not going to have any sound on this one, but he's basically just saying no. You get the idea, right? And this was a really big one. So this Twitter profile, Tony Hawk logos, this is actually how a lot of people actually found out, reading through some of the Twitter comments. They actually put out this tweet with this image, the F Tony Hawk for doing NFTs. And a lot of people were like, this is how I effing found out Tony Hawk supports NFTs. There's just a lot of hate. And I was really trying to think about it. And it's like it with anything, right? Like a new kind of technology comes along, a new band comes along, a new anything comes along, right? And people kind of get into it. There's always going to be people that are like, it's not the kind of stuff that I like. It kind of sucks. It's not my thing. And the question is like, why do they not like it? It's probably because they don't understand it, to be honest. If they actually understood it and dug a little bit deeper about what actually how digital art works and why it's a really good way for artists to continue to make a living and to sort of adopt that technology, because the other things phase out, we're still going to make CDs and put CDs out, you've got to progress. Streaming services, now NFTs, so true, I really think it's a big thing. So good on him.
Now, if you look at, I'm curious, look at the one right beneath it. It says Matthew Lillard and Tony Hawk being NFT people, the only 2 men I ever trusted have betrayed me. Let's click on I want to see the comments because I want to see what the narrative is. I don't want to make any assumptions. I'm just curious what the narrative is. And yeah, does this mean I have to turn off Scooby-Doo, the movie that's on Netflix, acting, not Matthew. But nobody's telling me why. But
why. There's no why.
I get it, man. It's just, I think it's just a cool thing to hate. I mean, this always happened. Luke, we're old enough to remember when the internet first came around, I was all over computers and the internet back in the mid to late 90s, and people were just like, what are you doing? Nobody's going to ever put their credit card information in there to do things. It's a scam. You're going to get
100%.
It's never going to catch on. People want the face-to-face, and the internet is making people less social and all these things I've heard throughout my life. But it's just you can either evolve or die. It sounds blunt, but that's kind of the world that we're in right now. And in one of our past videos, we asked 10 questions that people normally ask about NFTs, and a lot of them were what makes it important? Is it just art? Or what about it being bad for the environment? All these different things, but it's just because people don't understand it. I encourage you guys to take a deep dive. What I said in that video is that it's not all about the artwork. It's about the community behind it. It's about the ownership. When you look at things like people want to have Prada and Gucci and Chanel and have a sports car and be in the sports car club and be part of a country club, there's that aspect of NFTs, but there's also that certificate of authenticity and the way to actually verify that you're a true owner of things as well, which I think is actually going to be the future of NFTs. Like, I'll get off my soapbox because I really get triggered by this stuff, but I just encourage people to dig deeper. Let us know in the comments the type of things that you hear from people that don't understand NFTs and like your rebuttals to them. And Luke, I think you had another one you wanted to talk about as well from a different angle.
Yeah, like the thing is, there's a few examples of this, and there's been quite a lot of, big names, big celebrities get involved in the NFT space. You got people like Nas, Snoop Dogg, or I think Reese Witherspoon has bought into it, and then we've got another one, Brie Larson. Now, she's pretty big on socials, and I'm not sure why not all the celebs haven't copped the same as she has, but she copped it pretty hard just for purchasing an NFT. She got a lot of backlash over promoting an NFT by Flower Girls NFT, which I'll show you their profile in a second. This is what she bought. This is all she tweeted, that she bought one. And a lot of people didn't like it. And I think a lot of it came back down to environmental concerns around blockchain technology, et cetera, et cetera. And she really, really copped it. And if you go over to a quick search for her as well, you can see here this person here, Gwyneth Paltrow, Reese Witherspoon, Eva Longoria, and Brie Larson, all pumping the same NFT project today. Yeah, I think it's really, really great for them to be able to support an NFT launch like that. They've only got about 10,000 followers on Twitter, so it's not a huge project. But I think it's really, really cool. They're supporting something they like.
I think when I look at this guy and I see like 3 out of 4 of these celebs just happen to tweet about it within 45 minutes of each other too. Like, this guy is like, is he hating on marketing? Because all it is marketing. You know, it could be a coincidence. They could have got together and did it, or the people behind the Flower Girls could have gotten to do it to help a marketing push. So it's like, you can't hate on marketing, and if anything. But I've seen the rest of the stuff you're talking about as well, when people came in and talked about the environmental issues, and those are the things as well. I just feel like it's very hypocritical. It almost seems like people find any way to kind of bring down new technology. It's like, we do tons of stuff that's bad for the environment and we never think about it at all. Like, people driving their cars, like fireplace, all kinds of crap.
All sorts of stuff
to totally wreck the environment. You're burning stuff, like, but it always comes back to NFTs, but they're bad for the environment without thinking about it. If you actually were doing your research, you would know that it is a valid concern. And it's something that Ethereum is looking at, and they're actually looking to change over the proof of stake soon. They're working on it with those things. But I think I always get back to, Ethereum wasn't made originally to do these type of transactions. It just took off, and I'll be honest, like, if I was thinking about the Ethereum creators, they're just like, listen, we want to be able to create like the internet, the world's computer, where people can make apps and those things as well. They had no idea it was going to be people trading tons of profile picture NFTs and things like that as well. So in their defense, they are building it and trying to correct it. But I encourage people to think about the environmental aspects, to look at the other things they do as well that are harmful for the environment. Instead of trying to find one little thing about it, just dig a little bit deeper and try to find out more.
It's like anything, like any big industry, like normally, go back a couple of 100 years, any kind of industry was terrible for the environment. As it kind of progressed, they found new ways to get better and better. And this is a new technology, and they're doing exactly the same thing. It just hasn't fully happened yet, but they're aware of it and they're trying to make a change. So look, I don't think that maybe was the only reason people didn't like it. Maybe just, again, like Tony Hawk, a lot of her fans didn't like NFTs or don't understand NFTs, so didn't really understand why she would promote NFTs. But I think it's cool. Again, this is the project that a lot of those celebs have been engaging in, Flower Girls NFT. I'd recommend checking it out. Like, it looks like it's got some kind of cool stuff going on. The artwork's awesome. Donating 20% to charity. I mean, I think, it's why not? And they're just supporting other artists like themselves.
And that's the main thing, man. I think people always want to see diversity and representation in all these different mediums. Like, I was looking at our actual analytics and I was like, man, well, how do we get past the 98% of male viewers that we have here? So we're going to do things. We have somebody that's coming on to actually work with us to try to help us on that side of things. But the thing I love about projects like Flower Girls and World of Women is that it actually is empowering female creators. in these things. So it's like, I don't know why people could hate on something that's actually trying to go in and try to do something better to give back to charity and try to make it easier and better for female creators. I just don't understand the narrative, you know?
So if you want to take some sort of positive out of this, I know there's kind of like quite a lot of negativity around this particular video, but check out the Flower Girls NFT. They've got some good stuff going on. This is their website. Have a browse through, learn about what they're doing. We want to support women in this movement, so let's do it.
Cool. 100%, guys. Well, we won't hold you too much longer. I just want to hear what you guys think in the comments about people that are hating on NFTs. Is it because, one, they don't understand? Is it two, they just don't like them? Or is it like the cool thing to do? And it's like, if you want to be cool, you have to like hate NFTs and crypto and those things as well, guys. Let us know in the comments below. And if you got anything out of this video, please just tap that like button down below, and we will catch you in the next video, guys. Thanks for hanging out with us. Until next time, it's your friendly neighborhood FUD fighter, Michael T. Ragland, and my man, Wan Worldwide Webs, signing off. Peace.
See you, mate.